Hey guys, my name is Ben Howard. We're back out here at Century Park to finish out the last part of my zero turn zero fade mid range series. Right now we're on the back nine, so if you haven't watched the front nine, I'd recommend going and watching that. Doing a giveaway on that video, and in this one, whichever disc ends up losing this battle is going to be given away to somebody in the comments. Give the details at the end of the video. But right now we're on hole 10. It's par 3, 260 feet. You see the basket, it's straight ahead, but you've really got two gaps, two mirrored gaps, I guess you'd say, because you've got this right gap where you need to throw something really overstable and get a nice skip at the end. But with these, they're not going to give me any skip. So I'm going to try and take these, throw them out to the left and try and get them to bend back late. Biggest thing to worry about is this tall grass straight in front of us. I'm going to play it as OB. So I really got to make sure I give these the right angle and get them to pan right the majority of the flight. I just hope I don't hit those trees. Oh, get off that tree. Oh. Yeah, that's out of bounds. That's close. I needed to like push straight a long time, then start to bend right. It's the hardest part about the shot because these discs aren't really that understable. Let's see if I can do it with a Dune though. That's much better. Oh yeah, that's a putt too. Luckily I was able to find the Anubis in there. Got a little muddy, but just go ahead and get up and down. Push a little bit for me. That's a putt. It'll work. Ah, dang. Perfect height, perfect everything else. Just hold it a tiny bit. Oh, that was just terrible putt. All right, guys, so we're on hole 11. It's a par 4, 396 feet. Basket's just straight ahead. Basically, think of this as like a harder version of hole 3, where you're trying to throw through a gap and then across a ditch to get to the bottom of the hill where the basket's on top of it. So I'm just going to try and hit both of these on a little bit of hyzer, see if I can get them to pop up the flat and just push dead straight through this gap. Ah, I hit the line, but it's too low. There it is. Come out of it. Be a little stable for me. Yeah, there we go. Ah, turned it over a little too much. That's what I wanted though, just to give it that height and just trying to get it to push right and forward at the same time. Wait a little for me. Come on. There we go. Ah. Oh. That would have been cool if that went in that way. Oh, well, I'm always happy to take a par on this hole, but yeah, you get birdie and a par on this hole with two different shots is really good. All right, guys, so we're on hole 12. This is a par 4, 390 feet. Basket's straight ahead if you go through this left gap. But really all you got to do in this hole is decide which gap you want to go through, because the left gap's nice if you want to just throw something straight or something slow. But if you go through the right gap with something fast, it'll give you a nice skip at the end. You can get down there for an eagle fairly easily. Only thing is with the right gap is that it brings the OB baseball field and this Mando over here into play. So I think I'm just going to take both of them and just throw them down this left side. And biggest thing if you're going down the left side is I got to make sure that I don't let it fade out. If I want to make a mistake, I want to be on the right side rough or anything else. Get off that tree. Ooh. Yeah, that'll be good. Oh, yeah, let's scoot it up to where I'm probably inside of 100 feet from the basket, maybe. So I might be able to give it a little bit of a eagle bid. Get off that tree. Ooh. God, I'm hugging that tree today. I turned that one over a little bit more, so it might have cut rolled left, but it's probably going to be in the middle of the fairway, or hopefully at least. We'll see. that's so bad. Holy crap. Roll, please. Okay. That's a putt at least. God, I feel like it was a putter. I couldn't throw a much better shot with the Anubis than this. I'm going to try just jump putting it and see what I can do with that. Oh, I pulled that too. Good grief. Ooh, no chains needed. There we go. All right, guys, so on hole 13, this is a par 3, 260 feet. Basket's just dead straight ahead. Biggest thing you got to pay attention to is we've got OB Creek running off to the left side. It's probably like maybe 35, 40 feet left of the basket, so could come into play. And we've also got this baseball field off to the right that's out of bounds. And this pole right here acts as a Mando left, so I can't swing out anything super wide and try and get the stick in, which really wouldn't want to do anyway because that brings the river and left into play, kind of. There's also a little creek that runs along behind the basket, probably 20 feet, 25 feet maybe. So I'm just going to play it as if it's surrounded by water, it's out of bounds in that, just in case there is some water in there. Play it that way. But let's see. Yeah, Anubis still got the box. I'm just going to try and throw these, just probably throw the Anubis flat, give it a good amount of height, and try and let it just fade into the basket. Just got to be real careful with my speed controlling this shot. Pulled it. Kick off the fence. Roll down. Roll down. Okay. That'll probably be like a edge of circle 2 look from there. I'm gonna try to put the Dune on a little bit of hyzer, try and give it a little more height. Same thing, gotta be smooth with it. It stood up on me a little bit. Fade, come on. Okay, scoot down the hill. If that scooted down the hill, that might be inside the circle, but if not, I'll probably be like 40 feet from the basket from there. We need it, but into the basket. All right, guys, so we're on hole 14. This is a par 3, 305 feet. Basket's just dead straight ahead. Biggest thing you gotta pay attention to is you got a double Mando right here in this gap, and there's an OB Creek that runs along the left side. So I'm just gonna take both of these, just throw them flat, and trying to get them to turn over and go right side of the split tree, just so that way I can make sure that I don't go out of bounds left, because I really don't think I can get to the basket with these anyway. So just trying to play this one for par. Just like that. Oh, well, maybe I could have got it there. It's just such a hard shot to hit from here because, as you can see, I mean, it's probably like an 8-foot gap that I'd have to hit. I mean, you got 2 of them side by side, but they're on the side closest to the creek, and the ground slopes towards it, so it's really not worth it, even though I can get there. If I hit the Anubis just like I did the Dune, it should fade out earlier, so it might fade between the split tree up there. I hit the same line. Let's try it. Hit the gap. Let's fade into it. Okay, it's a little short, but that should be like a inside the circle putt. I couldn't see from the tee pad, but the Dune actually got a little bit of fade near the end. I thought it just pushed straight. I figured it'd be up here against the fence or something, but it's actually a really makeable putt. I'm gonna hit it. Short. There we go. Finally gave the putt height. All right, guys, so we're on hole 15. This is a par 4, 540 feet. Basket's just straight ahead. Biggest thing I got to pay attention to on this hole is we got a Mando left of this tree right here. which I believe is like 350 feet off the tee. So shouldn't really come into play at all. I'm just going to try and get these out there as far as I can and just line myself up with the gap so that way I can just throw a nice straight shot to the basket. Sit down. Okay, I turned it a little too much. I might not have a gap from where that is. If I do the same line with the Anubis, that should put me in a really good spot, though. I came out on a little bit of hyzer, but it actually flipped up out of that. Holy crap. Wow, that thing went really far, even though it put that on some hyzer. Dang. So, luckily I didn't miss the Mando, but I don't really have any way to get up there to the basket unless... screw it. Dune's got like a 5-stroke lead. I'll get aggressive with it. I'm going to have to go high and give it a good amount of anhyzer. Too nose up, but well, on the next hole's tee pad. So from here you can see the basket. It looks like it's in between 150 to 200 feet. So I'm just going to throw this kind of soft out to the right on a good amount of hyzer. Just try and get it to push and fade out. That's a little wider than I meant for it to be, but it's fading. I got a little skip too, so that should be inside the circle at least. All right, so the Dune's probably somewhere between 100 to 150 feet. Just do about the same shot I threw with the Anubis. Oh, good grief. Straight in the ground. Stay high. Man, I just can't get my putts there for some reason. There we go. I'm just not giving my other putts height. I don't know why. Just need to give it that push. Okay, so for hole 16, I went back and I'm going to play the long tee pad on this one. I don't know if there's anything on UDisc about this one, but it's like a 215 feet. Basket's just left side of this bush, probably like 5 feet. So just going to try and throw these on a little bit of hyzer. Just try and give them to push straight and then kind of gently fade out near the end. Too straight. That's perfectly pin high, but I'm probably going to have to put over that bush. There we go. Got it moving left and pushing forward. Ooh, and a good skip too. Oh yeah, that's parked. Oh, almost. All right, guys. So there's a bunch of kids playing on hole 17's fairway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play Safari hole from hole 16 short tee pad to hole 13's basket, which should be about 450 feet. Play it as a par 4. And just say the creek left is out of bounds on this one. Should be a fun hole because, I mean, you got low ceiling off the tee. So you really got to drive it, keep it high. Yeah, see how it goes. Dune's got the box. Oh, I got a good pull on that. Yeah, that should be about halfway to the basket. This might be over 500 feet, honestly. I didn't really think about measuring the distance on this, so. Keep turning. Stay high. Keep turning. Stay high. Okay. Be curious to see what those ended up. Don't hit that line. Okay. Ooh, I thought I hit the power line. Sit down. Ooh, that's actually a little short. Oh, that's too much hyzer. Hit something. It didn't hit anything. So yeah, the Dune was out of bounds. Luckily, I didn't throw it far enough to where it could go in that water, where I'd have to go swimming for it. But still gonna make this putt to save par. Come on. Ooh, man. Oh, man. Almost. Let's All right, guys, we're on hole 18, final hole of the video. This is a par 3, 295 feet, just dead straight ahead. Biggest thing to pay attention to is OBs marked by the fence. So it goes all the way up the left side, wraps around behind the basket, and then comes down all the way down this way. So really just got to keep this dead straight, right in the middle. Got to be careful too because there's some branches off to the left side of the fairway that can kind of catch your disc and like, kick it left, which shouldn't be a problem for the Anubis, but for the Dune, I need to throw it out to the left a little bit to get dragged back to the right. But let's see. So the Anubis' box. Hit something. Oh no, not that way. Hit something, hit again. Dang it, that's out of bounds. I tried to throw it too hard and just pulled it. I want to try to get it there. All right, be smooth. There we go. Ooh, fade a little bit for me. Yeah, that's a putt. Probably like 20 feet. Let's finish strong with the Anubis. Whew. Almost. Oh, man. I thought that was in the whole way. All right, guys, to finish up around out here, I have it correct in my head. I believe the Dune won by 5 strokes on that. So that's pretty wild. I didn't think it was going to be that big of a blowout with these because I feel like all these discs were pretty similar. But I think these two were probably on the opposite end of the spectrums when it comes to stability. Because the Dune's actually kind of flippy, where like I could throw, you could see, especially on the last hole, I could throw it flat and it just would kind of bend right. Still going pretty straight, but just no overstability near the end. Whereas the Anubis, honestly, it might be the most overstable disc out of this whole lineup. Where like I could throw it and get it to turn, but it would always come back out and fade, and like it would fade pretty hard sometimes, honestly. So, yeah. So Anubis is going to be given away to somebody in the comments. All you got to do to get in is like, subscribe, and tell me what kind of discs y'all want me to do for my next series. What I'm thinking about doing is like mid ranges with 1 turn and 1 fade, maybe. I know it's going to be a lot of discs, so I might try something different. I thought about doing like 6-speed discs or maybe like 14 speed and above discs. So if you've got any ideas, please let me know in the comments. I'll pick one of y'all out a week from today, 7 o'clock, and yeah, I'll get this sent out to you. Just make sure this time you put your Instagram in your comments so that way I can get in contact with you. But yeah, I look forward to trying some other series like this. And I think from now on, what I'm going to do in these series is I'm going to do this where whatever disc loses is going to get given away to somebody in the comments. So if that sounds interesting to you, please subscribe, and I'll try and get the series started up as soon as I can. But thank y'all so much for watching. Have a good one. Bye.